Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a fabulous event tonight. It's one-on-one with Kumar Sangakkara as the champion returns. Of course, it's a felicitation program courtesy of NBC and MTV with the champion himself right after the T20 World Cup. Now, it's also a great opportunity for each and every one of you out there watching the show live on MTV Sports. You can call us, you can tweet us, you can of course send in your SMSs, and of course we'll also have a live audience where you can obviously ask your questions, whatever you actually want to ask from the legend Kumar Sangakkara. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to get this show on the road, live on MTV Sports, one-on-one with Kumar Sangakkara. The champion returns, ladies and gentlemen.
I will get some makeup on.
Well, there you have it. Welcome to MTV Sports.
Thank you. It's great to be here. The only other time was our little interview on the morning show before this one, but first time on a live program, I think.
Is it?
Correct?
For the both of us, that's for sure. And yeah, the issue that I had, of course, is to come up with questions that I haven't asked you in the last 5 years, Kumar.
It's been a long time, hasn't it?
It's been a long
years,
time. It certainly has. Obviously, you've been a fantastic brand ambassador to us, and for the last 5 years, we've been through your ups and your downs, and of course, right now, the T20 win, which certainly will be one of the ups that we're going to definitely be talking about. Just before we obviously kickstart the show with Kumar, obviously this is a Q&A session. It's an opportunity for you listening to us, wherever you are, watching us on MTV Sports. You can actually call us up, and of course the number if you want to call us up is, I'm just going to quickly read it out for you, it's 011 433 444. And if you obviously want to tweet us, it's Ask Sanga on MTV Sports. And you can also obviously send in your SMS wishes as always. Sanga space your message and send it to 7788. Excellent. All right then. We obviously are going to be kickstarting with some very interesting things that we need to talk about. There are lots of things that's been happening straight after the T20 win.
Quite a lot of things.
And
some good, some not so good. But at the end of the day, I think it's been a brilliant time to be back in Sri Lanka, and the reception we got was fantastic, and it's been there's been a lot of buzz, and the guys have been very happy and very proud to have done what they did and come back to the people here that came out and saw us
in their numbers,
in huge numbers. That was amazing. Coming down from Katunayake to Goldface, I'm not sure about the distance, but close to 40 kilometers, I think.
Yeah.
Or plus.
Yeah.
And just an unbroken line of people, thousands upon thousands, children. There were gentlemen in wheelchairs. It was amazing to see that, and I think it really inspired the team to know that we were appreciated so much.
But you always knew you guys were appreciated.
That's true. But it's different when you see the numbers like that. Because it's not easy for them to stay that long. They were, just a cross section of Sri Lankans. And I think when you see that live, when you see the numbers from a double-decker bus, I think it just brings that a very different kind of feeling to seeing a packed stadium and the bands playing and people clapping and cheering us on in a game, to just going in this open-top bus and having this multitude of people around you. I think it's
awesome
a much
feeling.
more it's a much more awesome feeling.
All right, Kumar, we're gonna relive that moment right now, right? Let's exactly see how it was. Just take a quick look.
Gone! First wicket here for Sri Lanka. I think Kirani missing that one. Has gone for 3. It's 4 for 1. They've decided to get a move on here. It should be fun. Now, has he taken it? Yes. Breakthrough for Sri Lanka. Full toss. He's had no timing all day. Early like that, a little flick. It's gone leg side. Almost. There's one. That's soaring into the... Oh, delightful. That's why he's one of the best players in the world. Now he's found the gap again. Could this be the over because he's...
And he knows to play one way. This time over long on.
Oh, this is a top edge. It's that kind of day for India. Now has he got it? Yes, he has. Sri Lanka, the new champions of the ICC World T20. Well played.
The 2014 champion Sri Lanka.
What an awesome feeling that was. I mean, even to go through those images and pictures again must be giving you goosebumps. It certainly is giving all of us goosebumps.
Yeah, it was a great game. Going into the final, we pretty much decided to chase. And having a look at the women's final, we found that the wicket was slightly slower than we thought it would be. But when the rain came down, I think everyone was quite relieved, thinking, oh, thank God for that, because a bit of rain, covers come back on, and it just kind of binds the wicket together and allows the wicket to hold together for that much longer. And I think that really helped us to really go out there and believe, yes, we're going to chase this one down, because India's great at chasing. So a lot of things went right for us that day. The planning was excellent. I think the way Lasith marshaled the bowlers, especially at the death, was fantastic. There were a few nervous moments at the start when we dropped Virat. It brought back memories of a couple of drop catches in the last two finals as well. But you know, all of this, and then you have those last 4 to 5 overs. You had Sachitra Senanayak and Rangana Herath in the middle doing an amazing job for us again. But for our fast bowlers, you know, Kulasekara goes unrecognized. You know, he's gone unrecognized through so many
like
tours
an
and
unsung hero,
years, and he does an amazing job. If you take the West Indian game, I think his first over went for 20, and by the time he's finished his 3 or 4 overs, or 3 overs, I think he's only gone for 25, or 26. So this guy has done an incredible job, and for him to partner with Lasith, we always know that Lasith's a magnificent, the best dead bowler in the world, and for them to put those 4 overs in, you know, to a batsman well set. Yuvraj, who struggled right through that innings, and also then MS Dhoni. That really brought us back, that crushed their momentum and really handed us the game. And then it was a case of going out there and batting well.
But you've been there many times before. I mean, 5 times.
Yeah, with this 5 times, and we haven't been able to convert. It's just been something a bit freakish that happened in 2007. Adam Gilchrist had not scored a run during the entire tournament.
Yeah.
Came into the finals, and he basically said, I just made up my mind to go for every ball. You know, in my era, just try and hit every ball. And he hit every ball.
I was there.
He hit every ball, which was incredible for them, not so much for us. And the moment Adam finished his 150 or whatever he scored, we knew that, you know, that was probably the game. 2009, we got to the finals, won a great toss at Lord's. 50 for 5, I think we were, and then Angie and I had to bring it to 138. 15 to 20 runs short only, but that was the difference in that final. 2011, MS Dhoni had not scored a run during the whole tournament, comes into the final, scores a 94. Gambhir, lucky to be dropped on 16, but then goes on to get 95. 2012, at home, Keta Rama, our conditions, our wicket.
You can hear snickers in the audience right now.
They're 46 for 3 in 12 overs. They shouldn't have got 100. Marlon Samuels, I think it was about 11, hits a difficult chance to long on, and then goes on to get 70. And on that wicket, we defended 133 against Pakistan, and 138 was probably achievable, but we were behind the 8 ball after that innings. So this was an opportunity again to cross that line, and we did. So it was very satisfying. And I think the team deserved it, because we probably didn't play the best cricket right throughout the tournament, but we played our best cricket when it mattered. We had some really tough moments. We put ourselves in tough positions, but we always managed to come out. And if you take the tournament, not like the past, where you can have 3 or 4 people who've had outstanding performances, this time, every single player at a certain time had his moment to shine, and he did. So that was, I think, the hallmark of this tournament, was that collective team effort.
Champion returns. It's one-on-one with Kumar Sangakkara. It's a live show, ladies and gentlemen, on MTV Sports, and an opportunity for you to obviously ask your questions. You can call us, you can tweet us, you can obviously send us an SMS, and of course, find out exactly the stuff that you need to want to ask Kumar Sangakkara. Giving you an opportunity, I know, because the fact that lots of Sri Lankans out there, sadly, do not have the opportunity to meet you, do not have the opportunity to actually ask you the questions, and we've given them the opportunity right now to find out things that I'm sure you would love to talk about. So I think we actually have our first caller online, so let's find out who this is. Hi, good evening, who is this? Hello? All right, fine. Okay, so we're going to get the caller back on, so we'll find out who the next... this doesn't start too well. The first person doesn't want to talk to you. And we hear that she is back. Hi, good evening. What's your name? That's fine. We'll obviously have a chat with her. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to actually have a chat with Rai. Rai, of course, is in the studio right now, but we'll have a chat with her in just a few minutes. But before we actually carry on with our next segment, what I wanted to find out, the night before the finals of the T20 World Cup, you guys have your team meeting, and
Hello.
you're gathered.
There is someone on the line.
There is someone online. Hello.
Hello, can I speak to Kumar Sangakkara, please?
You can
You're speaking to him.
Uncle, I am Charya.
Charya. Okay.
Hi, Charya.
All right, Charya, what's the question?
What's the best moment in your cricketing history?
Ooh.
Well, I think...
From
I think from a spectator point of view, before I started playing for Sri Lanka, was the '96 World Cup.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Then I remember getting home really quickly to try and watch Sanath hopefully break Lara's record, but he got out on 340.
That's right.
And then, of course, 4 World Cup finals, great moments, but also probably the saddest as well. And then, of course, probably the best personal cricketing moment is this World Cup win.
It has to be.
It has to be.
It has to be. Obviously, if you want to get in touch with us, you can obviously call us up on 011 433 444. It's 011 433 444. You can tweet Ask Sanga on MTV Sports, and also you can send in your SMS wishes. Sanga space your message to 7788. Okay, it's on your screen right now. Okay, let's get back to the question.
What was said?
What was said that night? We all want to know.
At the team meeting the night before.
The night
Well,
before.
nothing, because we didn't have a team meeting the night before.
Okay.
We had a team meeting just before we left, 15 minutes to half an hour before we left for the ground.
That's it?
That's it, because T20 is a game where you don't want to have long meetings, you don't want to have long preparation or warm-ups just before a game. We want you to be fresh and ready to get into a game as quickly as possible. Mm-hmm. So our routine for day-night one-dayers and for T20 games, which usually start late at night, is to have meetings the morning off or the afternoon of the game. This was no different, even though it was a final. We didn't talk about the fact that we were here 4 previous times. All that was said was that we were not here to win a semi-final, that we didn't come to Bangladesh to win a semi-final, because I remember Graham Ford, when he was coaching us just before Paul took over, Paul Fabres took over. Mm-hmm. His constant mantra was that, guys, this is all a lead up to another, year of trying to achieve something special. And when we get to Bangladesh, this was before he decided to leave, before Graham Ford decided to leave, was come this day in April to be, playing a final and then winning that final. So that was the thought process from last year and before. And with getting here, it was a very simple team meeting, just concentrating on what we're trying to do, our strengths, what we planned, a little bit of visual. And then at the end of that, there was a slight deviation from norm. They played about a 3-minute little clip of a little bit of Mahela and me batting together, and a nice little soundtrack. And the two of us, a few clips of us from various points in our career, just to say, that was our last game. So that was, a bit emotional at the end when the meeting finished. I was watching that, I was really thinking, should we be playing this before a final? You don't want to jinx it, but then we went to the ground, all pumped up and ready, and then it rains. And then,
it pelted down in Sri Lanka that day too.
Yeah,
it really did.
There as well. It was fine until the women's final finished.
Right.
And then we're in the dressing room and it starts raining. And the rain was, like I said, it was advantageous to us. But I remember just lying on the physio bed and just trying to sleep for about 10 minutes or just relax for 10 minutes, wondering, I hope we play tonight rather than have a stop-start final again. And we get the whole game in tonight. So those were the events leading up. There was not a huge hue and cry made about the fact that we're in the final, that we lost 4 times before in the final. We just appreciated the fact that how consistent a team were we to have done that. We have all these powerhouses and giants in world cricket, and we're probably one of the smallest, not population-wise, but one of the smallest countries financially, in many other ways. We're small fry in world cricket.
Right.
Not when it comes to playing on the field, because there we've outperformed the best in the game.
That's right.
So we had that confidence and belief. Although privately, Mayan and had a chat about what are we going to do if we lose another one.
I'm gonna stop you there. I'm gonna stop you there because we're gonna actually get back to that chat. I think we have another question, and it's a fan recorded question. Let's find out what the question is. So let's just quickly take a look at that screen. So let's have the question right now.
First of all, I would like to congratulate you on all your achievements and for all what you have done for us. You have always been a hero to us, but now you have become a legend. Well, my question to you would be, I know you're a very busy person, and I'm quite sure you have a lot to do within one day. But I have always wondered how you always find time for your family and friends and for all your fun activities.
Well, Sangha, it was heartbreaking when I heard that you are retiring from T20. Anyway, I congratulate for what you have done for our nations to make us proud, and all the very best for your future. And my question is, did you actually finish your law degree?
Well, I'll get to the law degree first. I actually had a meeting with yesterday at the UGC, trying to get them to take me back. Okay. So I'm writing a letter tomorrow to try and finish the 2 years I have left. So hopefully, before I turn 45, I can try and finish that. But the other one, trying to find time, that's a bit difficult. But the fact is that I live in Hokandara. We rarely come to Colombo unless it's something we have to do, like a live show for MTV Sport.
We're not,
or go
we're
to
not
the
that far
studio
away.
early morning for the morning show, something like that. Other than that, we stay home a lot when I'm back. My house is like an open house for our friends and family. I have a few very close friends, and all of them I've known since I was about 6 years old. And even if we are not at home, they have the freedom to come and they use the house, for whatever they need. They come with their families when we're not there. They have, they get together there. They have dinner or whatever. So they're family basically, my friends. So we spend a lot of time at home, and we've always had this kind of thing that at least twice a month or 3 times a month sometimes we make it a point to meet families, my friends, everyone. We try and meet at home. And at one time it was from our place to someone else's house the next week or something like that. But it's been a bit difficult with my schedule, so we meet at our place a lot.
Right.
So it's just about trying to find as much time as I can when I'm home.
Okay, I think we got another caller online, and I think this is Taruka. Taruka, hi, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, so what's your question for Kumar Sangakkara?
Sangha, first of all the best. And Sangha, I have a question. Before your captaincy, like around